नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते राधा गोविंद गोस्वामीति नामिने। नमस्ते प्रभुपादिय देवं गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी ग्राम्य जननिस्तारिणे। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामीति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महवदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौरतिषे नमः। कृष्णलीलामृतसार तार शतशतधार दशदिकवहे जहाहैते श्रीचैतन्यलीलाहाय सरोवराक्षय मनहं सचराहताहते। जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौरभक्तवृंद। जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौरभक्तवृंद। जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौरभक्तवृंद। Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So we are in Adilila, chapter 1. We have discussed the first verse of Mangalacharan. Bande Gurun Isha Bhaktan Isham Ishavatarakan Tat Prakashansh Tat Sakti Krishna Chaitanya Sangyakam. And we have started discussing the second verse, Bande Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Sohodito Gaudodayi Puspavanto Chitro Shando Tamondo. So in this connection, Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, he started explaining the appearance of Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda is meant for eradicating the ignorance of the living entities of this age of Kali. And they have simultaneously appeared on Gaudadesh. And why they have and how they are going to eradicate the darkness? By enlightening the Purodharma principle. So therefore, in the last class, we were discussing by taking reference from Srimad Bhagavatam that how Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu can eradicate the ignorance, darkness of ignorance, which is called Kaitava Dharma, which is the pretentious religious activities. Therefore, there we have seen in the verse Dharma Prajita Kaitavatra Parama Nirmat Saranam Satam वेद्यम वास्तवम अत्र वस्तु शिवदम तापत्र उन्मूलनम श्रीमद्भागवत महामुनिकृते किंवा परईश्वर सद्य हृदय तत्र पृथिवी शुश्रूषुभिस्तत्क्षणात्. In this verse, the word atra is appearing 3 times. Dharma prajhita kaitava atra. Asmin bhagavate kaitava dharma prajhita. In this Srimad Bhagavatam, the cheating religion have been eradicated. That is first application of atra. Then Vedyam Vastavam Vastum Atra. This Srimad Bhagavatam Mahapuranam reveals absolute truth. Vastava Vastum Atra. Then Sadya Hridaya Varuddhate Prakriti Bhi. Kriti. Those who are pious. We have seen from Jiva Goswami's commentary, he says, those who have eradicated the ignorance to some degree through the association of saintly persons, and then again they commit to the spiritual practices, and then when they desire to hear Srimad Bhagavatam, such kind of people, atra, when they desire to hear, the Supreme Personality of Godhead becomes engaged in the heart of such a devotee. So these are the 3 significance of atra. Sushrusubhistakshanat. So further, Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, he describes the verse, text number 92. तार मध्ये मखवांछा कैतव प्रधान जहाँ हईते कृष्ण भक्ति होय अंतर्ध्यान. The foremost process of cheating is to desire to achieve liberation by merging into the Supreme. For this causes the permanent disappearance of loving service to Krishna. So here it is says, moksha bancha, desire to achieve liberation by merging into the Supreme. That is the prime cheating process. Srila Prabhupada writes in the purport, the desire to merge into the impersonal Brahman is the subtlest type of atheism. What to speak of attaining Sajujya Mukti? Sajujya Mukti means those who desire to annihilate their individuality and merge with the impersonal Brahman. That is called Sajujya Mukti. Even the Vaishnavas, in the teachings of Lord Kapil Dev to Mother Devahuti, he says, Shalukya Shasti Samipya Sharupya Kattamapyuta Diyamanam na grihnanti pinamat sevanam jana. The devotees of the Lord, they don't desire these 4 types of liberation. In some understanding, this is also type of moksha. Vinamat sevanam jana. With the moksha, liberation, which is devoid of service to the personality of Godhead. Even if that is sarupya, means attaining same form as the Supreme. Salukya, getting the same planet of the Supreme Lord, being transported to the planet of the Supreme Lord. Then Sasti, having the opulence like the Supreme Lord, and Samipya, getting the opportunity to reside near the Supreme Lord. If these liberations, these mokshas, are devoid of service to the Supreme Lord, then the devotees don't want. So, this uh, Krishna Bhakti is very rare. Therefore, we should understand that this Sajujya Mukti is very highly condemned. And Srila Prabhupada writes in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 4, text number 11, purport, Je yatha mam prapadyante, tam tathaiva bhajamyaham. In that verse, Srila Prabhupada he says, as for those who are impersonalists and who want to commit spiritual suicide by annihilating the individual existence of the living entity, Krishna helps also by absorbing them into his effulgence. Such impersonalists do not agree to accept the eternal blissful personality of Godhead. Consequently, they cannot release the bliss of transcendental personal service of the Lord, having extinguished their individuality. So these jnanis who wants to merge with the impersonal Brahman, their idea is uh, this body is the source of suffering. So if we can destroy this body and merge with the Supreme, then we'll become free from these sufferings. So here, there it's have been said, Tar Madhya Mokshavancha Kaitava Pradhan. Those who desire to merge with impersonal Brahman, that is the topmost type of cheating. Why? See, those who wants to annihilate their individual existence, that is also a type of desire, huh? Because they don't want to serve the Supreme Lord. Therefore, it has been said that Jaha hoite Krishna Bhakti hoy antardhyan. So that's why Srila Prabhupada is saying this is spiritual suicide. This is spiritual suicide. You see, in the material world, those who commit suicide, they lose their physical body. But when those who try to negate their individuality, that is called spiritual suicide. So, when they commit spiritual suicide, then Krishna Bhakti Hayantadhya. They don't get opportunity to serve Krishna. So, in this verse, in Dharma Prajita Kaitava, Dharma Prajita, Prasabdena Makshavisandhyapi Nirasta, the prefix pra in the verse from Srimad Bhagavatam indicates that the desire for liberation is completely rejected. This is coming from the commentary of Srila Sridhar Swami. So, this moksha vancha is very, very condemned. That's why it is completely rejected. Krishna bhaktir badhaka jata subha subha karma seho eka jivera jnana tamo dharma. All kinds of activities, both auspicious and inauspicious. Krishna Bhaktir Badhagajato Shubha Shubha Karma. Auspicious and inauspicious activities. Those are hindrances, detrimental to the discharge of devotional service. To Sri Krishna are actions of the darkness of ignorance. Shubha and Ashubha karma have been defined as the darkness of ignorance. Why? Shubha karma means pious activity. Those who perform pious activity, they desire to attain to the heavenly planets. Those who perform Ashubha karma means impious or sinful activities. So, both are actually detrimental to the discharge of loving devotional service to Krishna. Now, one can say, how can you say execution of Shubha Karma, pious activity, is detrimental to the discharge of loving devotional service to Sri Krishna? So, Narottam Das Thakur, he writes in Prema Bhakti Chandrika, he says, पुण्य जे सुखेर धाम ना लयो तार नाम पाप पुण्य दुई परिहरी. He is saying, punya je sukher dham. People normally perform punya karma for self happiness. That is also one type of cheating to self, oneself. That means, that's why when in the desire of sense gratification, people commit sinful activity, right? When people desire to enjoy their senses, they commit sinful activity. So papa karma is condemned. Punya karma is condemned because sukhir dham. There is so much enjoyment in punya karma that people forget taking up Krishna bhakti. Or those who are suffering from sinful activities, they may go to the Lord, but to eradicate their sufferings. So they do not pay attention to Krishna bhajan. So in that way, those who are in the midst of opulence or those who are suffering, both are being bereft of Krishna bhakti. So therefore, in Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhyala it is said, Maya mugdha jiver nahi swatah Krishna gyan jiver kripai Krishna kaila ved Puran. So Veda Puran have been given by Krishna because the living entities can gradually elevate themselves. Unfortunately, those who are only interested in selfish motives, they take to the shelter of those sections of the Veda which can fructify their fruitive intentions. So in that way, they don't pay attention to Krishna bhakti. And of course, those who are sinful, they suffer in this lifetime, and after they leave this body, they suffer in the hell. So in that way, the Subhasva karma is hindrance. They produce hindrance to the discharge of the transcendental loving service to Sri Krishna. Therefore, Prabhupada says, no, we don't perform Papa karma or Punya karma. We do only Radha Krishna. No Papa, no Punya, only Radha Krishna. So Prabhupada writes in the purport, the purpose of the appearance of Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda is to dispel the darkness of the soul before their appearance. All these superfluous activities of the living entities were covering Krishna consciousness. But after the appearance of these two brothers, people's hearts are becoming cleansed and they are again becoming situated in the real position of Krishna consciousness. We have seen how Srila Prabhupada, by giving this Bhaktivedanta purport, following the footsteps of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and of course our predecessor Acharyas, he has brought many conditioned souls unto the heart, unto the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Just by giving them Bhaktivedanta purport, he has cleansed the heart of the people and making them situated in Krishna Bhakti. So therefore, it's very, very important that we distribute Prabhupada's books and encourage everybody to come and take shelter of Krishna. So then he says in text number 95, Jahar prasade tamo hoy nas तमोनाश करी करे तत्वेर प्रकाश. So by the grace of Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda, Lord Nityananda, this darkness of ignorance is removed and the truth is brought to light. So darkness of ignorance is caused due to the ignorance of Krishna, Krishna Bhakti, and sadhana, you can say. So therefore, these two brothers have appeared to enlighten Krishna, Krishna Bhakti in the heart of the living entities. And then Tattvir Prakash, this is how they reveal the truth in the heart. Tattvavastu Krishna, Krishna Bhakti Premarup, Nama Sankirtana Sava Ananda Swarup. So in the previous verse it is said Tattvavastu. Tamo nasa kari kare tattvir prakash. Tattva. What is that tattva? The tattva vastu is presented in this 96, verse 96. The absolute truth is Sri Krishna, and loving devotion to Sri Krishna exhibited in pure love is achieved through congregational chanting of the holy name, which is the essence of all bliss. So we know that here Krishna Bhakti, Prem Rup Krishna Bhakti, and Nama Sankirtan. These three are defined as Tattva. So in this connection, we need to understand one thing, that Shruti says, Rasa hi eva ayam labdha nandi bhavati. Krishna is the embodiment of all rasa, attaining which one attains bliss. So, because Krishna is the embodiment of all rasa, means he is the supreme embodiment of supreme happiness, and therefore Krishna is the Sambandha Tattva. And only love of Godhead can help one to attain Krishna, that is Prayojana Tattva. Then Bhakti is Avideya Tattva. What is that Bhakti? Loving devotion to Sri Krishna, which is attained by sadhana bhakti. What is that sadhana bhakti? Now, in this age of Kali, the best process of attaining love of God, which can help the sadhaka to attain Lord Krishna, is congregational chanting of the holy name of the Lord. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adila chapter 4, 70 and 71, it says, Bhajaner madhya seshtha navavidha bhakti Krishna prem Krishna dite dhare mahashakti. So there are different ways of sadhana have been defined. We know there are 64 angas of bhakti described in Nectar Devotion. So bhajaner madhya seshtha navavidha bhakti. The chief among these different processes of sadhana bhakti have been defined as Navadha bhakti, Sabram Kirtan Vishnu. Why? Krishna Prem Krishna Dite Dhare Mahashakti. It can award on Krishna and love of Krishna. Then Tar Madhye Sarvasreshta Nama Sankirtan Niraparadhe Nam Laile Pai Premdha. So this is the essence, that if somebody chants the holy name of the Lord without offense, then he can attain Premadhan. So that means here, by saying this Nama Sankirtana, you can say that this Nam Sankirtan represents all types of sadhana bhakti. Or you can say, by referring to Nama Sankirtana, here Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami encouraging everybody to take shelter of other processes of bhakti also. So this verse says, Krishna and loving devotional service to Krishna in pure love and congregational chanting of the holy name are Tattva Vastu. This is absolute truth. Okay, because Krishna and Krishna's paraphernalia, his name, are not different, right? Yeah, in this verse, it is said that Nama Sankirtana Sava Ananda Swarup. Ananda Swarup. Ananda Swarup means uh, in Nectar of Devotion, Srila Rupa Goswami, he quotes this verse, Nama Chintamani Krishna Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha Purna Shuddha Nityamukta Bhinnatva Nama Nami. There is no difference between Nama and Nami, Krishna and Krishna's holy name. So therefore, Sobo Ananda Swarup. This Nam Sankirtan is also the embodiment of bliss. So there is no difference. Therefore, by taking shelter of the chanting of the holy name, one can attain loving devotion unto Krishna. Then, next, he says in text number 97, it will be from 97 to 101. In these 5 verses, Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami describes the special characteristics of Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda, who are compared to the sun and moon in the sky. So, in 97, he says, Surya Chandra Bahirir Tamoje Tamose Binase Bahirvastu Ghatapata Adi Se Prakashe दुई भाई हृदय करी खाली अंधकार दुई भागवत संगे करान साक्षात्कार एक भागवत बड़ भागवत शास्त्र आर भागवत भक्त भक्ति रस पात्र दुई भागवत द्वारा दिया भक्ति रस तार हृदय तार प्रेमे हई बस एक अद्भुत समकाले दुहार प्रकाश आर अद्भुत चिर गुहार तम करे नाश चित्त गुहार तम करे नाश. So in this verse it is said, Surya Chandra Bahire Tamo Je Vinasa. The sun and moon, they eradicate the darkness of this earth on the surface of the earth, right? But Bahirvastu Ghatapata Adija Prakasa. We know by the rising of the sun and moon, we are able to see the objects in the outside world. Even though sun and moon in the sky can eradicate the darkness on the surface of the earth, and that reveals the different objects on the earth, but they cannot eradicate the darkness in the mountain cave, or they cannot eradicate the darkness in the mind. But Sri Gaura and Nityananda can eradicate the darkness of ignorance from the heart of the living entities. So this is the special characteristics. They can awaken the absolute truth within and without. Therefore, in the next verse, it is said, Dui bhai hidayir khari andhakar, dui bhagavata sange karan sakshatkar. So, this Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu, these two brothers, they purify the darkness of ignorance. How do they do that? That's what he's saying, that Dui Bhagavata Sange Karan Sakshatkar. They help one meet the two kinds of Bhagavatas, person Bhagavata and scripture Bhagavata. So that means actually by the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, one can gain the quality to read Srimad Bhagavatam and discuss among the devotees to understand it properly, and then they can eradicate the darkness of ignorance from their heart. That happens by the mercy of Gaura Nityananda. Huh? Therefore, he said, Eko Bhagavata Bada Bhagavata Shastra. This book Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavatam Purana, have been defined here as the greatest Bhagavatam. Why? Why book Bhagavatam, Bhagavata Shastra is great? Because we have seen in Srimad Bhagavatam, it is said, Krishne Swadhama Pagate Dharma Jnana Divishaha Praunashtati Somesha Purana Kodnodika. After the disappearance of Krishna, accompanied by religion to his abode, son like Srimad Bhagavatam has appeared. So Krishna has appeared in form of Srimad Bhagavatam, and who is Kalo Nashta Dishanasha Pranam Karma, to give the light to the people who have lost their eyesight to the dense darkness of the ignorance of age of Kali. So these karmis and jnanis, even though they execute devotional service, but in their practice, devotional service is a secondary item. Those who are Bhagavatas, the pure devotees, absorbed in the mellow of loving devotion, accept devotional service as the primary practice. This is the difference. Here, somebody can say, Karmi, Jnanis, they are also following Bhagavatam, they are also following scripture. Why they are not mentioned here? Bhakta, Ara Bhagavata, Bhakta, Bhakti Rasa Patra. Why the devotees of the Lord have been defined as the Bhakti Rasa Patra, and they are Bhagavatas. We need to understand this. As I said, the devotees, they accept the practice of devotional service as a primary practice. But Jnani Karmis take it secondary. Again, we need to understand that Dui Bhagavata Dwara Diya Bhakti Rosh Tahara Hridayatar Preme Hoy Posh. Through the actions of these two Bhagavatas, the Lord instills the mellows of transcendental loving service into the heart of a living being, and thus the Lord, in the heart of his devotee, comes under the control of the devotee's love. First, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu, they instill the love in the heart of the devotee. And what type of love? The love by which they will be controlled. And then being attracted by the love of the devotee, they come and reside in the heart. So how does it happen? That means we should know that the execution of sadhana bhakti, which have been instructed to us by Rupa Goswami under the guidance of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, helps one attain the love which can attract Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to become manifest in the heart of the sadhaka. Actually, in this connection, few things we need to take a note on. When somebody starts practicing devotional service, in due course, he comes to know Krishna. But realization of Krishna can happen in one's mind and senses also. So, unless, okay, then how does one realize Krishna? It is said, Sambit Shakti. The Sambit Shakti, which is ignited or which is illuminated, you can say. The Sambit Shakti, which is illuminated by Ladini Shakti, helps the sadhaka to know about Krishna. When the Sambit Shakti is enlightened by Ladini potency, that time the desire to serve Krishna is an act of the Ladini potency. Eh, The materialistic approach is totally negated in this concept, in this context. That means when the sadhaka, without remaining dependent on the sense perception, he just serves the Lord under Yogamaya potency. At that time, what happens? Krishna Bhakti Rasa. Yeah, in this connection, Krishna Bhakti Ras. What is Krishna Bhakti Ras? Santa Dasya Sakhya Vatsalya Madhur Rasanam Krishna Bhakti Rasamadhye E Pancha Pradhan. So there are different, if you say rasa, there are 12 rasas, 5 primary rasa and 7 secondary rasa. So here these 5 primary rasa have been defined. These the chief transcendental mellows experienced pradhan with the personality of Godhead. There are 5 types: Santa, Dasya, Sakhya, Vatsalya, and Mother. But these rasa, Krishna Bhakti rasa, when they mix with Vibhav, Anubhav, Sattvika, Vyabhichari Bhav, it becomes like Amrita. This is said in Sri Rupa Shiksha. এই সব কৃষ্ণ ভক্তি রসের স্থায়ী ভাব. That means Santa, Dasya, Sakhya, Vatsalya, these are all sthayi bhava. When they mix with sthayi bhave mile jodi vibhava anubhava. So vibhava anubhava are different emotions. When they are united with these 5 principal rasas, then Krishna Bhakti rasa hoy amrita ashwadane. At that time, the mellow of devotional service unto Krishna in particular relationship means in the mood of Dasya, Sakhya, Vatsalya and Madhur appears like nectar. And at that time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu becomes attracted by the love of that devotee and he resides in the heart. Many times it is said in Srimad Bhagavatam, even while discussing the Durvasangini's pastime, says, the Lord says, Sadhava Hridayam Mahyam Sadhava Hridayastvaham Sadhava Hridayam Mahyam Sadhuna Hridayastvaham Mad Anyattena Jananti Naham Tabhya Manami. See, this is how he is attracted by the devotee. He says, the heart of a sadhu, I am the heart of a sadhu and sadhu is in my heart. Mad Anyattena Jananti Naham Tabhya Manami. Sadhu do not know anything but me, I also don't know anything but my sadhu. What is that? Even in 9th canto, the verse says, Mai Nirbaddha Hridaya. Nirbaddha Hridaya. See, here we are discussing how Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu, they appear in the heart of a devotee and they eradicate the darkness of ignorance and they reside there permanently, where both the devotee and the Lord, they release their relationship. How it is happening? It is not so easy. Mai Nirbaddha Hridaya. Those devotees' heart is completely dedicated to my service. Sadhava Samadarshi. These sadhus are Samadarshi. Samadarshi means they are not disturbed at all by seeing the differences in this material world, or they are not perturbed by a so-called agitated atmosphere they might have to face in the dealing. So they are samadarshina. Then he's saying, Base kurbanti mam bhaktya. Such devotees controls the Supreme Lord. Base kurbanti mam bhaktya. By their devotion. And what is that? Sastriya satpathim jatha. Satstriya. Just like a chaste lady, chaste woman, she controls a satpati. Just like a chaste wife controls a chaste husband, or a chaste husband controls a chaste wife. When I was reading this, I was being reminded in Mayapur Institute when we started one course for the Grahasthas. Then uh, some ladies were coming, some gents were also coming. The ladies were saying, "Oh, do we need to only get trained? Men, they don't require to get trained." No, of course, both. That's why it is said, Sat Striya Satpatim. Both husband and wife, they have to be chaste to each other. Uh, so in that way, just like they relish their relationship and they can control each other in a good sense. Similarly, when the devotee is fully chaste, chaste means he knows Krishna is speaking like this in the Shastra, I have to follow this. When he follows, he is a chaste devotee. And that chaste approach controls the Lord. And Lord is bound in the heart of such a devotee. See, Sushrushuvistatkhana, Kritivi Sushrushuvistatkhana. These are the Kriti devotees. Then, next, he continues. एक अद्भुत समकाले दुहार प्रकाश आर अद्भुत चित्त गुहार तम करे नाश. So there are two wonders. What is that? These two brothers, they appear simultaneously. And the other is that they illuminate the innermost depth of the heart. So these two brothers, they simultaneously become manifest in the heart of the devotee, and they eradicate the darkness of ignorance from the innermost chamber of the heart. Therefore it is said, এই চন্দ্র সূর্য দুই পরম সদয় জগতের ভাগ্যে গৌড়ে করিলা উদয়. These two, the sun and moon, are very kind to the people of the world. Thus, for the good fortune of all, they have appeared on the horizon of Bengal. And Srila Prabhupada writes in the purport, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu drive away the 5 kinds of ignorance of the conditioned souls. In the Mahabharata, Udyog Parva, 43rd chapter, these 5 kinds of ignorance are described. They are accepting the body as the self, 2. Making material sense gratification one's standard of enjoyment, 3. Being anxious due to material identification, number 4. Lamenting, and 5. Thinking that there is anything beyond the absolute truth. The teaching of Lord Chaitanya eradicate these 5 kinds of ignorance. Whatever one sees or otherwise experiences, one should know to be simply an exhibition of the Supreme Personality of Godhead's energy. Everything is a manifestation of Krishna. So in that way, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appears in the heart and he helps to eradicate this type of ignorance. Sei dui prabhur kari charana bandhan, jahan haite vignanas abhishta puran. So Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, he worships the lotus feet of Gaura Nityananda, and by worshipping whom he expects the difficulties, the path of self-realization will be eradicated. এই দুই শ্লোকে কইল মঙ্গল বন্দন তৃতীয় শ্লোকের অর্থ শুনো সর্বজন. I have invoked the benediction of the Lord with these two verses. What are those two verses? In this chapter so far, we have been discussing the first two verses of Mangalacharan, Bande Guruni Isa Bhaktan, and then Bande Sri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Sadhguru. Now please hear attentively the purport of the third verse. The third verse will be described in the next chapter. Bhaktavyo bahulya grantho vistarer bhare Bhaktavyo bahulya grantho vistarer dare Vistare na varni sarartho kahi alpakshare. So Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is saying, I am not going to discuss in great detail because I am afraid of seeing how the volume is increasing. That's why he is describing concisely. Mitancha sarancha vachohi bhagmita. Essential truth spoken concisely is true eloquence. That's why he is speaking in a very concise manner. Sunile khandive chitter agyana dosh Krishne gadha prema have paive santosh. This is also a benediction given by Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami to the devotees. Even in next verse also, he is giving the benediction. What is that? He is saying, Sunile khandive chittir ajnanadi dosh. Just by hearing Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, one can become freed from the faults. In Nectar of Devotion, there are 18 faults mentioned, which is coming from Vishnu Yama. What is that? Mohos Tandra, Brahma, Ruksha Rasata, Kama, Ulvana Kama. Lolota Madamatsari, Himsa Kheda Parisramau, Asatyam Krodho Akanksha, Vishwa Vibhrama, Visamatvam Parapeksha Dosa Ashtadasogita. These are the 8 types of faults, or dosa you can say. What are those? And they are said: bewilderment, sleep, error, material attachment without prema, material lust, which brings suffering, fickleness, intoxication, envy, violence, exertion, toil, lying, anger, hankering, worry, absorption in worldly affairs, prejudice, and dependency on others. Parapeksha. It's very, very dangerous. However, Srila Jiva Goswami, he says that these bad qualities are considered good qualities in Krishna in relation to devotees' prema. So in that way, when we read this Chaitanya Charitamrita, we can purify ourselves from these 18 type of faults. So therefore, it is very, very important that all devotees and they read this Chaitanya Charitamrita. Sri Chaitanya Nityananda Advaita Mahatva Tara Bhakta Bhakti Nama Prema Rasa Tattva Bhinna Bhinna Likhiyachi Kariya Vichar Sunile Janive Sabo Vastu Tattvasar. So now in these 2 verses, Srila Krishna Goswami, he is saying what are the topics he will be discussing in this book. Chaitanya Nityananda Advaita Mahatva, the glories of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Nityananda Prabhu Advaita Prabhu, Tar Bhakta Bhakti Nama Prema Rasa Tattva, Bhakti, Bhakti Ras, Nam and Prema Tattva, Bhinna Bhinna Likhiyachi Kariya Vichar. He has written everything with great deliberation. Sunile Janive Sab Tattva, Vastu Tattva Sar. This is again a benediction he is giving. Just by hearing, one will learn the essence of the absolute truth. Then Sirupa Raghunath Padejar As Chaitanya Charitamrita Kahe Krishna Das, praying at the lotus feet of Sirupa and Sri Raghunath, always desiring their mercy. I, Krishnadas Kaviraj, Krishnadas, narrates Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita following in their footsteps. So you will find this verse is appearing at the end of every chapter, because Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami has taken material from Srila Rupa Goswami, Srila Raghunath Das Goswami, Sri Rupa Raghunath Pade Jara Chaitanya Charitamrita Kahe Krishnadas. Not all the materials were available for Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami in written format. So some of the explanations he has given from directly hearing from Sri Rupa Goswami. And on those days, when all these Rupa and Sanatana Goswami, they are staying in Vrindavan, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was staying in Puri, Swarup Damodar Goswami and this Raghunath Das Goswami, they are staying with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And prior to the arrival of Raghunath Das Goswami, Srila Swarup Damodar Goswami was very closely staying with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Therefore, Srila Swarup Damodar Goswami, he knew a lot about Chaitanya's pastime. And those pastimes which are not written, he sometimes would discuss with Raghunath Das Goswami. So in that way, Raghunath Das Goswami was able to know from the mouth of Swarup Damodar Goswami, and he would tell all those pastimes to Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. Therefore, he is saying there, Sirup Raghunath Padejaras. There are material taken from other literature, but some of the materials which are not available in written format, he took from the lips of Rupa and Raghunath. That's why he is saying, he is praying at the lotus feet of Rupa and Raghunath, always desiring their mercy, and he is writing Chaitanya Charitamrita. Thus, and the Bhaktivedanta purports to Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Lila, first chapter describing the spiritual masters. Then, chapter 2 begins. Chapter 2, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The chapter summary, Prabhupada writes like this. This chapter explains that Lord Chaitanya Sri is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna himself. Therefore, the Brahman effulgence is the bodily lustre of Lord Chaitanya, and the localized supersoul situated in the heart of every living entity is his personal representation. The Purusha avatars are also explained in this connection. Mahavishnu is the reservoir of all conditioned souls, but as confirmed in the authoritative scriptures, Lord Krishna is the ultimate fountainhead, the source of numerous plenary expansions, including Narayana, who is generally accepted by Mayavadi philosophers to be the absolute truth. The Lord's manifestation of Prabhava and Vaibhava expansions, as well as partial incarnations and incarnations with delegated powers, are also explained. Lord Krishna's ages of boyhood and youth are discussed, and it is explained that His age at the beginning of youth is his eternal form. The spiritual sky contains innumerable spiritual planets, the Vaikunthas, which are manifestations of the Supreme Lord's internal energy. Innumerable material universes are similarly exhibited by his external energy, and the living entities are manifested by his marginal energy. Because Lord Krishna Chaitanya is not because Lord Krishna Chaitanya is not different from Lord Krishna, he is the cause of all causes. There is no cause beyond him. He is eternal and his form is spiritual. Lord Chaitanya is directly the Supreme Lord, Krishna, as the evidence of authoritative scriptures proves. This chapter stresses that a devotee who wishes to advance in Krishna consciousness must have knowledge of Krishna's personal form, his three principal energies, his pastimes, and the relationship of the living entities with him. So I think we can continue from the chapter 2 on the next class.